everyone, it's JC
and Jarel,
with Magic Finders.
and today we are here at Juncos, Puerto Rico at Bacoa.
And this is basically a modern and upscale concept on a humble classic. So come with us and let's find some magic. So you're gonna see some amazing sugarcane stalks that are gonna be wrapping that farmhouse. A lot of other plants and fruits and vegetables that are grown here. It's a pretty cool place, as you can see. And it's got a kind of a man-made pond that they have here that's kind of beautiful for some amazing pictures. Also, you're gonna see from time to time some fish jumping around. I saw one earlier. I wish I could capture one on video. I haven't, but we'll see. We'll see. I see a little ripple in there. We might have just missed it. Alright guys, so our first dish is setas al bureng, or wild mushrooms that are basically, bureng is basically the instrument that it's cooked in. So here it's kind of an iron skillet, and it's usually cooked over charcoal. The flavor from the charcoal and the things that are cooked around it is essentially what infuses the flavor into the mushrooms. And there's also some goat cheese in there, so we're pretty excited to try it. And we're pretty excited to have you try it with us. Yeah, so that's pretty tasty. It's a pretty good balance of flavors. I think it's a really interesting dish. So the goat cheese adds a little bit of saltiness. I would prefer a little bit more saltiness, but it does add some saltiness to the dish. The mushroom brings in the earthiness, and then the arugula, it's the surprising champ in this dish. It'll bring in some added freshness, and all together, it's a pretty amazing plate. I'm super excited. These fries are a local favorite. They're jackfruit or pana, and they have I'll call it an aioli, but it's actually probably mayo ketchup with some added spices in there. So we're gonna try it. I know I'm gonna enjoy it because I love these, and I do love it. Fantastic. When you come here, want to try a local favorite, try those instead of French fries, pana fries, and you'll love it as much as I do. So now we're going to try the churrasco or skirt steak, and this churrasco looks like it came from a dinosaur. It is huge. That's excellent. So it's salted to perfection. The added ingredients, spices in there really bring up the flavor. It's cooked to perfection. It's cooked just how I like it. We asked for it medium because that's what the chef recommended rather than a medium rare, which we typically get. But we're really excited about that color. The flavor is phenomenal. It's got a lot of that charcoal flavor in there. And that's a really good skirt steak. I would 100% recommend this. Alright guys, so I'm actually pretty excited for this. So this is pireguas, which is basically a paella made, instead of rice, it's substituted with noodles. And it's got longaniza and also carne ahumada, which is smoked meat, usually smoked pork meat. So I'm kind of happy because I got a serving with a little bit of everything. So we'll try it all together and I'll let you know how it is. Wow, that's amazing. It's an explosion of flavor. That smoked meat adds that smokiness. The longaniza adds a little bit of spice, not too much. I think it's excellent when you come here. I'd recommend trying this because it's something that you won't find many other places. I haven't seen it anywhere else. So I'm actually really ecstatic to be having tried this here.
It's good.
Alright guys, so we're actually pretty stuffed, but we had to get dessert because it's part of the experience. So the cool thing about bacoa, as I mentioned earlier, it was created by 3 different chefs, and all 3 chefs are in charge of a different part of the kitchen, right? So they are in charge of designing dishes for desserts. Another chef is in charge of dishes that have to do with meat and fish. And then the other one is in charge of stews and rices. So we had to make sure that we had the all-inclusive experience, and we experienced the dessert. So we got a bread pudding here, and I'm pretty excited because it's made with a local favorite in bread. It's made with Mallorca, and it's got a little bit of ice cream and caramel in there. And that's an outstanding bread pudding. Sweet, but not overly sweet. It's got a great texture. Some great flavors in there. It mixes really well with that ice cream. I'm a huge fan, and you should be too. So usually on weekends, this place can get pretty full pretty quickly. It's recommended to have reservations. In fact, on weekends, usually you won't be able to get in unless you do have a reservation. And they have this really cool bar for when there is an extended wait time to get a table. So if you do get here ahead of time for your reservation, make sure to check out this bar and grab a drink, enjoy your time, and have a great time here with a great view. So it's pretty exciting because this is amongst our favorite restaurants here in Puerto Rico. It's actually really close by to where we live. And recently we were actually pretty enthused because BBC made an article about bacoa. And the question was, is America's best restaurant in Puerto Rico? And it was talking about specifically bacoa. All right, guys, so we just got done wrapping up our meal. So we wanted to give feedback on our favorite thing and our least favorite thing. So my favorite thing was that skirt steak. So it had plenty of flavor in there. You have to be weary of the skin. They actually don't take the tissue off, but that's kind of the concept. They want to be rustic. They want to be simple and humble with their dishes. It was actually excellent. I think it's my favorite skirt steak of all time. It's got phenomenal flavor in there. What was your favorite thing?
My favorite was the bread pudding.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so that bread pudding was awesome.
Yeah.
It was very decadent. It had a very rich flavor, but it wasn't overly rich.
And it was made with Mallorca.
Oh yeah, it was made with Mallorca bread, which is a local favorite bread, a very soft, sweet bread that they make here. Usually you experience it for breakfast. They made it into a bread pudding, so we were pleasantly surprised with that dish. So our least favorite thing, what would you say?
I will say that the tables were pretty small compared to the size of the dishes.
Yeah, so the space was very cramped. So those dishes do come kind of like family style. So the portions are really large. As you saw, that skirt steak looked like it came from a dinosaur.
It was like a pound.
Yeah, it was about a pound of steak. So it was a pretty sizable amount. But yeah, overall, I think my experience was outstanding.
It was great, yes.
And I think we haven't had a bad meal here. We've been here plenty of times before, and every time we come out stuffed, we come out satisfied, and it's a great experience to come. It's kind of out of the way if you do come to San Juan. It's about 30 to 40 minutes south of San Juan. So if you want to make the trip, I would highly recommend making the trip. It's a very campo area of Puerto Rico, so you do get more of an immersive experience, kind of like a local would. So definitely come, definitely visit. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll give more suggestions regarding
if you want us to come back and try new things. Yeah,
we would sacrifice ourselves to coming back. We'll drop the menu below if you want us to try a different dish. We'd be more than open to. We are big fans of bacoa, so yeah, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment below, let us know what you think. And until next time, bye.